Say it back on the camera, hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want.
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not the start he was hoping for there as he'll... Maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. A shotgun snap for gone. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Goff is going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. To throw is gone. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
That's into the hands of Edwards. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now a run with Cook, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run again on 1st down, Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Here we go. Go to base. Pick it up, D. Hayward.
To throw on 2nd down, Fields. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. We're scoreless after 1. On 1st and 10, Goff. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now a give running right. It's Cook. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
I know he ain't got it. Mike 8.
From the gun, Fields. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Fields. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Tiger.
Out of the gun. Gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Second and 10 at the 1-yard line.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Mike 9. Hey, defense, let's go. Mike 9, hey. You got
to throw from his end zone. Fields. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That's pulled in at the 32. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Throwing to start the drive. Fields. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
From the gun, Fields. And the pressure gets to him again. Lorenzo Carter, his 2nd sack of the night. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Operating from the gun, Fields. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
He's a reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted.
And the Raiders have got him. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They are going for it. Goff going up top. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Fields. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fields. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A final shot before break. Fields. He finds Hopkins complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Here we go. Giants, let's go. Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4.
Looking to throw. Fields eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. D Ford. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw. Fields. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
We got this. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. defense, don't give up any points, turn the ball back over to the offense, and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a handoff looking right. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Back now in the East Bay. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd and 9, Goff, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Davante Adams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. PAT up and good by Rosas, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season. Looking to throw. Fields. Throw left side complete. It's Edwards. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Throwing on first down. Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fields. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he'll be taken down at the 18. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams, and there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Gone. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is brought in at the 21. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Second and 6. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Fields. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Keep playing.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Mike 8. Defense wins championships, baby.
On first down, Fields. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Second and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Edwards. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. First and 10 at the 19. Back to throw. Fields. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Lorenzo Carter. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
So for Denver, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.